This is Jonathan Agri-5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Dave Coldwell here in London, York Hall. Dan Howard on the card this weekend. Dave, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Very good. Looking forward to Dan. He's absolutely flying in the gym, developing so nicely. Looking forward to getting on a big stage like this. It's really good for him. Really good for young fighters to sample the high life and see, legends of the sport and be boxing on, realistically. For the last decade or so, well, even plus, these two guys have been thereabouts at the top three in an heavyweight division. Dan, along with the other young prospects on the bill, are going to be on probably one of them's last final fight of their career. So it's quite a big occasion. But he's soaking it up and ready to go.
For those who are just tuning in for the first time to watch Dan Howard, I'm sure they're not. If they are, what can they expect?
He's a real slickster as a southpaw, but he's got really heavy hands. He can punch. He's got a bit of showbiz about him when the bell goes. Likes to take chances. That's how he is. But he's a very good fighter. Very good fighter.
Main event here. Derek Chisora won last time. He's saying, do you believe him?
I want to. No, because he's been quite emotional all week. I spoke to him last week actually, and he was. So I kind of believe him that he wants it to be his last fight. Whether or not, if he wins and they turn around and say, there's a vacant world title shot, do you want this? He ain't going to walk away from the sport. So we'll see.
Someone's right behind you right now.
Here he is. How are you? You good? Let's go. I love it. You good?
You good, how are you?
Yeah.
How's the kids?
Very good. Very good. Yeah. You had fun up there, didn't you?
Huh?
You had fun up there?
I'm always having fun, you know what I mean? I'm always having fun. Now I'm going to go home and hang on my gangsters.
All right. Nice one.
See you later.
Okay. See you later, mate. Okay, see you later. Derek, would you consider fighting fair?
Well, that was You never know what you're going to get with Derek.
Could have been worse. Could have been a bear hug and squeezed me to death.
What's your prediction for the fight, then? Put your house on it.
Derek. I think Derek stops him.
You reckon stoppage or?
Yes, I think it stops him. Yeah.
Late rounds or early?
Could be around. I don't know. I think it'll go a few rounds.
Dave, Deontay Wilder's coming in and he's saying, listen, I wasn't right in the last few fights, but now I feel like I'm back mentally. Where do you think he is mentally? Obviously, there's been a few things going viral this week where some people are questioning him, but yeah.
You can't not question because of how he seems extra paranoid. I don't know. It doesn't sit comfortable with me. So I don't know how he is mentally. He's going to bring it, and he's one of those fighters where he has done in the past with the Fury fights, and now he's saying about the Parker fight. There was something wrong. There's always something wrong. Sometimes you're just in the ring and somebody's better than you. Sometimes you're just in the ring and you can't perform because Father Time, because of wear and tear, because of how this sport takes away things from you every time you step in the ring. I just hope that whatever happens, the fight finishes clean and both fighters are at peace with what they're doing in their careers.
If he does knock out Chisora with a devastating knockout, you think all the talk's going to restart again with Joshua and all that?
Of course. While ever those two are in the same space, people are going to talk. You heard Shelley Finkel up there. The fight was signed. 2 fights where it was signed. It's one of those things where shit gets in the way and it don't happen. So while ever those two guys are still fighting, people will talk. But he's got to put on a devastating display because that's what Deontay Wilder is about. Nobody goes to watch Deontay Wilder skirt around the ring and box defensively and trying to box. You want to see him let go of the bombs. I personally hope he doesn't. Listen, I'm a big fan of Deontay. He's been great for the sport for so many years, but he's fighting my friend. So I don't want him to detonate that bomb. And so I hope Derek goes out there, does the business. Both guys are at peace with the result and they walk away. That'd be nice.
Next weekend, Fury against Makhmudov. What test is this for Fury?
if Tyson Fury's got anything left, it ain't much of a test. I think it's too many levels above, you know. But the caveat to that is that Tyson Fury might not be what he used to be. Odds are he's probably not. So we'll see what he's got left. But I still think that unless he is absolutely gone, it beats McMurdo.
Conor Benn's on the card against Regis Prograis. Obviously, Regis Prograis coming up. What, two weight divisions almost. What do you think of the fight?
I'll be honest here. I'll be honest with you. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because Regis's best days were at 140. I think his best performance is probably Josh Taylor. I don't think he's had a performance since Josh Taylor to match the Josh Taylor fight, where he's looked as sharp and as great. I know he's had good wins and stuff since, but I don't think he's looked as good. So, you know, it's not the Regis Prograis that I was a big fan of and that rated really highly. And he's so small in comparison, you know. So I think it's just a bit of a disappointing match, but it's a great name on paper for Conor Benn, you know, for his first fight with Zuffa.
Conor's fought in the UK. This will be his third straight fight at Tottenham, but Eddie's come out and said that he reckons he'll get booed. What reception do you think he'll get next week?
Some boos, some cheers. That's how it'll be. He's very divisive. If you go to a Eubank fight, you get some boos, some cheers. You know, some fighters are very, you know, certain fighters are very divisive. I think Conor, with his behaviour and things he's said, things that he's done, you know, over the last few years, it turned a lot of people off. You know, is he going to be that arse when he's getting paid 15 mil for a 10-rounder? No, no. So, it is what it is.
He's meant to be a free agent after next weekend. Do you see a world where Eddie Hearn comes back and works with him? They've obviously said, you know, a lot of things in the media.
Can I just ask you? Do you know what sport you're talking about here? Absolutely anything can happen in this sport. Absolutely anything. So I wouldn't write it off, but I would say it'd be business. That's it. If the business makes sense to Conor Benn and to Eddie Hearn, then they'll probably work again. If it don't, then it won't. But if they did work again, it won't be that same trust and relationship that they had before. No.
Just last one on this, as just an outsider looking in, you know, trying to keep it up with it all. Obviously, Conor did that interview with The Overlap and was saying that, you know, Eddie didn't give me the money. Eddie's saying he did. Is it kind of hard, difficult to work out who's telling the truth here?
But Conor said in the past that Matchroom were there for him and did everything for him and did this and did that. But then in the next break, it's saying nobody checked on him and not. If you, yeah, I don't know really. I've only seen the clips of the old. Like, I've not had time to watch it all yet. But it's done, isn't it? It's done. They know, and I think everybody knows that he was stood by, and he was checked in on, and he's done interviews where he was saying that he'd come into the office and he was crying and stuff like that. But well, that's somebody being there for you. So to turn around and kind of wipe that part of history clean, I think that's a little bit, you know, it's not really needed. But it's what he, you know, it's what he wants to do. It's what he wants to choose to say. He's a grown-ass man, isn't he? Can say whatever he wants.
Last one, Jaron Ennis fighting Xander Zayas in New York in June. What's your thoughts?
Oh wow, what a fight! I can't wait for that. It's a good fight, that between two good fighters, really good fighters. Both can punch, both can box. That's going to be exciting.
Dave, just lastly, I've seen you popping up on Instagram. You're doing your own stuff, your own podcast sort of thing. Tell us a bit about it, and you've had some guests on. I think it's you, Natasha Jonas. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, we've been doing the Overhand podcast, and it's a little bit different. It's not a case of like reviewing and think, because everybody does that. It's a little chat. Enzo's a former world champion. Tasha is. Tasha's been right at the top of the sport. I'm an ex-fighter that's a ex-promoter, current manager and coach. So, it's just a chat between us all, talking about the topical things in the sport. We love boxing, and we love, we're getting good feedback, great feedback from it, and it's something that I enjoy doing. Listen, you stick a mic in front of me, or if I'm off camera, I love talking about boxing. I love this sport, so getting to do things like that is something that I really enjoy.
Dave, best of luck with that. Best of luck with Dan Howard this weekend here at Tottenham, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.